In the very western part of Europe, where the land meets the big Atlantic Ocean, you'll find Portugal. It's a country shaped by hundreds of years of exploring and a strong connection to the sea. This is a place where old history and new modern life live side by side. You can go from sunny southern beaches to islands made by volcanoes spread out in the ocean. Portugal's story is about being strong, being artistic, and having a deep connection with nature. Every corner shows a new part of its story. Fado music in old narrow streets, amazing ocean cliffs, and hints of Roman soldiers and brave sailors. This land isn't just a place to visit. It's like a living museum, just waiting for you to explore it. Come with me as we find the 10 most amazing places Portugal has to offer. This is a trip to the heart of Portugal, a celebration of its beautiful places and old stories that make it one of the most charming places in the world. Our trip starts in Lisbon, Portugal's bright capital city. It sits right on the edge of the Atlantic and is full of sea history. The famous Belém Tower and Jerónimos Monastery are like big statues to the age of discovery, with their fancy buildings showing the city's brave spirit. In Alfama, Lisbon's oldest area, fado music floats out from small restaurants and narrow streets twist through hundreds of years of history. Jump on tram 28 to go up the city's hills, passing buildings covered in tiles and big open squares, until you reach high spots with great views of red roofs and the shiny Tagus River. The Baixa area, rebuilt after the big earthquake in 1755, shows how strong Lisbon is and how nicely its city was planned. Here, the past is alive in every stone, from busy squares by the river to hidden courtyards. Lisbon is a city of opposites. Old ruins next to modern art, the lively Bairro Alto next to historic Belém. Its special light has inspired artists for many years. To understand Lisbon is to get a peek at the soul of Portugal, always looking towards the horizon, but also very much connected to its own rich past. The city invites you to explore, giving curious people new stories at every turn. We travel north to Porto, a city with a rough charm and a clear personality, sitting on the dramatic Douro River Valley. The Ribeira area, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a waterfall of colorful houses falling down to the river's edge, full of cafes and the cries of seagulls. The Dom Luís I Bridge, an amazing iron structure, connects Porto to Vila Nova de Gaia, giving amazing views between the sky and water. Old Rabelo boats and the famous port wine cellars across the river remind us of the city's wine trade that's hundreds of years old. Porto's old town is like a maze of steep, rocky streets, where treasures like the gold-covered São Francisco Church and the magical Lelo bookstore are waiting. The São Bento train station shines with its blue and white tile pictures, telling Portugal's story in ceramic. Called the Invincible City because it fought off a big attack by Napoleon, Porto's realness and strength show through its strong flavors and dramatic views. From the busy Ribeira to the quiet respect of its wine cellars, Porto gives a deep taste of northern Portugal's special character. Here, every street corner holds a story, and the city's spirit is as strong as its river. Porto is less polished than Lisbon, but its realness is its biggest strength. It's a city that makes you imagine things and rewards everyone who wanders through it. Just outside Lisbon is Sintra, a town with pine-covered hills and amazing palaces. It used to be where Portuguese kings and queens went for summer holidays. The bright Pena Palace sits on the highest peak, a fun mix of building styles and colors, offering amazing views to the Atlantic. Below, the old castle of the Moors winds over big rocks, its walls taking you back in time. The Sintra National Palace, with its famous cone-shaped chimneys, shows hundreds of years of royal secrets and art. Quinta da Regaleira's mysterious gardens, tunnels, and the winding initiation well invite you to explore a world of secrets and symbols. Sintra is where nature and human imagination come together in a magical way, often covered in mist and full of unusual plants. The town's enchanted forests and dreamlike castles charm everyone who walks here. Sintra shows how powerful imagination can be, a place where history and fantasy mix. Every path leads to something new, and every view feels like a fairy tale come true. It's a magical place that stays in your memory long after you leave. We travel south to the Algarve, famous for its golden beaches, dramatic cliffs, and sunny days. The coastline is a masterpiece of nature, with the Ponta da Piedad's worn cliffs and blue-green waters forming a maze of caves and small bays. Famous beaches like Praia da Falesia and Praia da Marinha offer everything from lively resorts to quiet, hidden bays. Away from the crowds, fishing villages like Salema and Ferragudo show the Algarve's traditional heart, where daily life still centers around the sea. The western Algarve, protected by a nature park, is wild and untouched. Windy cliffs, empty beaches, and the lighthouse at Cape St. Vincent standing guard. Inland, rolling hills dotted with almond and fig trees lead to the historic town of Silves, topped by its red sandstone castle. The Algarve is more than just a beach spot. It's a region rich in history, culture, and natural beauty. Here, the Atlantic's power and the sun's warmth create a landscape that's always charming. Whether you want adventure or peace, the Algarve offers both in large amounts. It's a place where the spirit of the sea lives on in every wave and every village. The Algarve is Portugal's sun-kissed treasure. Inland, in the middle of Alentejo, lies Évora, a city that acts like a living museum of Portuguese history. Surrounded by medieval walls, Evora's old town is a maze of rocky streets and white-painted houses, shaped by Romans, Moors, and kings. The Roman temple's tall columns stand as a strong reminder of the city's very old beginnings. The Sé de Évora Cathedral, with its strong, castle-like Gothic building style, offers wide views over the city and plains. The Chapel of Bones, lined with thousands of skulls, makes you think deeply about how short life is. Évora grew quickly during the Renaissance, its university bringing smart people and artists who left behind a history of learning and culture. Around every corner, pretty squares and hidden courtyards show hundreds of years of stories. Giraldo Square, with its Renaissance fountain, is the city's busy center. Évora isn't stuck in the past. Its history is alive, woven into daily life. Here, the sounds of old empires still echo, giving a deep feeling of connection to Portugal's long and complicated story. We go into the Douro Valley, the world's first special wine area, and a stunning picture of vineyards built on terraces that go down to the winding river. The valley's story is completely tied to port wine, with quintas, family-run farms, all over the hillsides, passing down traditions for many years. A trip along the Douro, by boat or train, shows ever-changing views and charming villages that seem frozen in time. Each season changes the landscape, but autumn's fiery colors and the grape harvest bring the valley to life. Harvest traditions continue. Grapes picked by hand on steep terraces, some still stomped by foot in old stone tanks. The Douro is more than just a wine area. It's a living cultural landscape, recognized by UNESCO. Here, the art of making wine and nature's strength creates something truly amazing. To visit is to see the power of tradition and the beauty that comes from this remarkable land. The Douro Valley is a place of peace, wonder, and a deep connection between people and place. Every glass of wine tells the story of this unique area. Next, we arrive in Coimbra, Portugal's smart and cultural heart, sitting above the Mondego River. The University of Coimbra, one of the oldest in the world, stands over the city, its old campus a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The fancy Baroque Biblioteca Joanina, lined with gold wood and old books, is like a temple of knowledge, protected by a group of bats that guard its treasures. Students in black capes keep old traditions alive, showing their pride during lively school festivals. Coimbra's special fado music, sung by students, fills the city's squares with songs of love and longing for the city itself. Below the university, the lively Baixa area is busy with shops and old churches, including the Monastery of Santa Cruz. Coimbra is a city of two parts, smart high places and lively streets, connected by steep stairs and stories. Here, the past isn't just remembered, it's lived, creating a feeling unlike anywhere else in Portugal. Coimbra is where hundreds of years of learning and tradition shape today. We leave the mainland for Madeira, a volcanic island with sharp peaks, thick forests, and beautiful warm weather plants. Funchal, the main city, is a lively place with botanical gardens, busy markets, and a charming old town. Madeira's unique levadas, old irrigation channels from hundreds of years ago, now make for scenic hiking paths through ancient laurel forests and past waterfalls. The Laurisilva Forest, a UNESCO site, is like a living piece of old Europe, full of many different kinds of plants and animals. Dramatic cliffs like Cabo Girau and volcanic pools at Porto Moniz show off the island's wild rock formations. Madeira's festivals, from New Year's fireworks to the Flower Festival, celebrate the islanders' creativity and love of nature. Here, adventure and peace live side by side in a paradise made by fire and water. Madeira is the Atlantic's floating garden, a place of wonder and new beginnings. Further into the Atlantic, the Azores Islands are waiting a land of green fields, volcanic mountains, and deep blue lakes in old volcano craters. São Miguel, the Green Island, is famous for the twin lakes of Sete Cidades and the hot spring wonders of Furnace Valley, where locals cook traditional stews in the hot ground. The Azores are a safe place for whales and dolphins, with boat trips offering chances to see these amazing creatures. Pico Island's tall volcano and UNESCO-listed vineyards grown in plots with rock walls are famous symbols of the area. Each island has its own special feel, from Flores' waterfalls to Terceira's historic Angra do Heroísmo. The distance of the Azores keeps their nature clean and their old ways of life. Here, nature's power and beauty are on full display, giving endless chances for exploring. The Azores are a wild, charming part of the world, a testament to our planet's raw greatness. It's a place for those looking for peace and a deep connection with nature. Our last stop is Óbidos, a perfectly preserved medieval town surrounded by strong walls, a royal wedding gift for hundreds of years. Enter through the tile-covered Porta da Vila and walk on rocky streets lined with white-painted houses and bright flowers. The main street, Rua Direita, is full of artisan shops, cafes, and the smell of cherry liqueur, Ginginha de Óbidos. Walk the walls for stunning views of red roofs and the countryside around. At the town's highest point, Óbidos Castle stands as a symbol of its long history, now a fancy hotel for those who want to spend a night in history. Óbidos is also a UNESCO Creative City of Literature, with bookstores and churches and wine cellars, and the yearly Folio Festival filling the streets with art and ideas. This is a place to walk around, get a little lost, and find hidden charms everywhere you look. Whether sipping ginginha or exploring a quirky bookstore, Óbidos is pure magic. It's a perfect ending to our trip, a town where history, charm, and romance last forever. Our exploration of Portugal has shown us a country of lively cities, sunny coasts, and landscapes shaped by both nature and history. From fairy tale palaces to volcanic islands, each place shows a new part of Portugal's rich personality. This is a country that rewards curiosity, where every path leads to something new and every story feels alive. The spirit of Portugal lives on in its people, traditions, and lasting connection to the past. May this trip inspire you to explore more and create your own stories in this captivating land. In Portugal, the adventure is always just beginning.